Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of RoadKill Projects, where we completely resurrect the cop car and finally make a Grand Marshal perform decently. I love this thing's will to just do burnouts whenever you please. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of RoadKill Projects. And today, last week, Beam, you have answered prayers. Beam released another bug fix update, but it added some content that I was very excited to hear. I saw the game had an update, and I was like, oh yeah, let me see if there was some bug fixes fixed. If you'll see in episode 40, the roamer and the cop car were, the cop car was there. The roamer was not present due to a game bug, I'm pretty sure, if not a mod bug. But also the cop car wasn't there due to the cop car was there, but if you look at the dashboard, there is a missing texture where the gauges are. And you'll see that at points in the video. You'll see the yellow inside of the interior. But yeah, they released an update, and I just looked to see if there were any texture issues. And then, little to behold, the Grand Marshal had a major overhaul. So, first of all, one of the cooler things about this is the body is now, this is technically now a body-on-frame car. It no longer acts as a unibody with the frame. The body of the car will detach if you wreck it enough. But we're not going to be doing that with the cop car. But they've added a couple other things, like some new performance parts for it. They added a drag livery and everything, and that is what we are here to do today. So, back when I first did the episode I don't even remember how long ago this was, when I originally put the supercharger and everything on this car. But back when we did that, I had the complaint of transmission slip. The 4-speed automatic in this thing right now, it slips. And of course, in episode 40, you see me overcome the transmission issues and run this car's fastest pass ever of an 854 at like 155, 160, 165 in there. But I'm in the 8's with the car. It's faster than an electric car. I was happy with it. I was content with this thing, and I didn't really see it coming back ever. But now, Beam has actually added a 4-speed drag transmission, which can handle the 1100 horsepower that this thing puts out. And yes, this thing makes 1100 horsepower. I never knew that until I put the app up one day and saw that I accidentally made 1100 horsepower. When my goal really was with this car was to just make like 900, but the extra 200 is it ain't bad. You know, not a bad thing. But yeah. That's it's fun. This car is one of my favorite cars on the fleet, like by far. Like nothing beats this thing, and this is why this is technically one of my cars. And I debated doing an episode on this, but then I thought I'm on the off season now, and this was my first day back to school. The schedule isn't as terrible as I was going to expect, but I'm going to have a lot of time this semester. And I did want to take a break from this. Like, if I could have had, like, a good 2 weeks off from filming and then, devote my time towards, like, a couple vehicles that need kind of some R&R, do some longer projects episodes, I'd be pretty happy. But I think this thing deserves its own episode because the Grand Marshal has always been a car that I've struggled to have perform in this game. And I think we're finally going to see some performance. So let's get to work on this thing. So first off, we got to put the ram bar back on, which is not hard. It's just a part of the, whatchamacallit, part of the bumper now. That's the only reason why I think it's missing for the config, is that it's a part of the bumper now instead of an actual part in here. So yeah, technically you cannot have this unless you have a front bumper, which there is a new, I think it's the Derby bumper. That's like a ram bar, or like kind of a, I forget what they call them for drift cars, but yeah, it's a type of a ram bar for like drift cars, but we're not putting that on here. But this is the same setup, stage 2 supercharger. Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a stage 3 now, but I just can't have it. But I was going to say, I thought that trash was something, but right here is the BeamNG 4-speed automatic drag trans. Now, there's one other thing that they've done, which I could put exhaust stacks that come out of the hood, but I don't think I'm going to. But I think, just so that I can honor neighbor, we're putting some side pipes on. I can put the exhaust pipes coming out the hood, or coming out, where the hood would be, but I don't think I'm going to go with that. But it does come with a medium stall converter, and that converter is not very good. But both the low and the medium stall converters are terrible in this car with a little bit of testing that I've done. The high stall converter seems to be pretty good. And this transmission does have a really, really low stall. Now, other than that, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the setup as it is. I'm just going to have to put the tires on it. But you'll see with the trans brake, it's a pretty low stall. And the medium stall brought it up to like here. This thing can definitely take a higher stall, but I'm not even going to be using the trans brake because I've actually figured out in this game the trans brake is not as good as doing the power brake method. So basically what I'm going to be doing is, let's get it out into the street here. We're going to be putting it in the realistic gearbox mode. Of course, you would obviously do the burnout and everything, and you would, stage. So I'd let the car, roll forward and drive, stage it, and then, well, obviously I'm not on a prep surface, but, once it can start to move, I can, let the car get up to the line, stage it, and launch it. But this transmission is going to solve all the issues. And it already does, because it does not rev bang like the other one. But I think we got to break it in a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this thing is smiles all day long. I do want to take it out on the highway. Let's have a little bit more fun with it. This is going to be a relatively short episode because there's not much that I need to do to this car. In my perfect opinion, this thing's mint. But the other thing is, this thing used to not cruise well. And I'm going 80 right now. And it's staying at about $3,000. Which is great for this thing. This thing does cruise a lot better. It is a drag racing transmission, so I know it's not going to be, you know, best for fuel economy and everything, but this thing is a race car. This thing is mean, and I love this car. Like, this is one of my favorite cars in the fleet. And that's why we're going to take it back here. See how it can handle. It's amazing how fast this thing got up to 60. Yeah, this thing cruises now. Look at that. Oh. No, I'm not going to test if that connects up, but let's just, Oh, don't hit the curb bed. This thing is mean. It's very mean, but I'm going to get it set up for some drag racing. We're going to do a little bit of tuning on it. So, get ready for your, like, first, like, official, I guess, a little tease into BeamNG drag racing with the cop car. Really wanted to do an episode on the Super B about this, but the cop car is good of a car as any. So we're gonna be racing some legitimate drag cars, but I gotta get the slicks on it and everything. So we'll be right back. All right, so as the first opponent lines up, he's having trouble over there. Let's get ready for the burnout. Get up close. All right. $893. Yes. Probably could do a lot better too. But I kicked his ass with a 10.6, 157. So yeah, maybe that was a little off with the mile an hour. But yeah, that was pretty good. I'm gonna tune a couple things in the car, and we'll come back. All right, I raised the rev range up a little bit for this thing. We got our next component lining up, which is fairly built Dodge Cornet. Probably making about the same horsepower as the blown Cornet. Maybe more if it has nitrous. I didn't see it purge. But 895. Looked like he had an issue, though, in that cornet. But I did get gears for it. I don't think gears are really going to help this thing get down the strip. I think we're just going to have to take a couple test hits just to get better. 160, though. We did get higher on the mile an hour. But I think I got to get better at launching the car, I'm pretty sure. And I do have skinnies ready. I really don't want to put skinnies in the car, but I do have them if I want to take some weight off. So we'll be right back. We'll do a couple test runs. We'll do little minor adjustments and everything and see what happens. Holy shit. That cut a whole 4/10 off the time. Wow. Well, damn. All right, we're gonna have to go again. That was incredible. All right, let's try this again. Oh boy. Back up. That was not good. Trying to get in a position to where I could use the trans brake a little bit more efficiently. Okay, go forward, go forward, forward. Thought it was fitting to race an electric car. Oh, wait, no, that's a 9.0. Oh, wait, no, I went slower. Oh, wait, I didn't realize I wasn't running 8's. Oh, I'm stupid. You know, the trans brake is slower. I knew it. All right, I think I got to put some gears in it. As much as I don't want to put 410s in this thing, but I think I have to. All right. Pull up. Eight 6. Fuck yeah. God, that was annoying. That was a lot faster. So kind of getting that early roll is definitely helping. Yeah. Let's see if we can get an 8.5. I think we can. Alright, let's do one more race. Rolled way too forward on that one. But that should be pretty good. Oh, 864. God, for a race car, that thing is actually slow. Damn. 410s really help this thing go faster, though. I feel like I could cut. I didn't pick up the mile per hour that I'd like, but I definitely picked up the time. Yeah. I think we're gonna do one more race. And the last race is going to be my Super B. Yes. That Super B is making a lot of horsepower and stopped way before the line. I'm pissed that the AI does that. Well, yeah, that is basically a blown big block 440 with a nitrous kit on it. I think it's taken about 150 shot, if I remember correctly. So... a 10.7? Jesus, the AI is bad in this game. That car goes low 9s. Damn. Well, there you go. An 8.6, 868, I think it was. Oh, that's close. Oh, this car is so much fun. I love it. But yeah, there you go. RoadKill cop car. Taking names. Going 8's in the quarter mile with a 5.5 liter V8 and a stage 2 supercharger. I know that this thing can be faster if it wanted to be, but I'm content with the way it is. This thing is perfect now. It can go fast in a straight line. I would like to improve it to where it can go around corners better, which it can already, but I probably need to do it with the slicks in order to get a half-decent time. But I'd probably need to put the same wheel all the way around the car so that it doesn't pick the front wheel up and everything and do all that bullshit with the racing slicks and everything. But, yeah. The cop car is mint. Running great. 8.6, I'll just say an 8.65, whatever the hell it was in the video. I think it was a high 6, so just let's say that. But yeah, going an 8.6 in the quarter now. That's a momentous accomplishment for me to get a transmission in this car that doesn't slip. Now, I do have a mod that adds LS twin turbo motors to the Grand Marshal, the SUV, and the pickup truck. And I'm thinking maybe I should do a shootout between these vehicles next season where I soup up the muscle truck. I still have it, just it's been sitting without a use. So maybe the muscle truck get twin turbo kit on a 5.5 liter V8 with the auto transmission with the trans brake and everything that it has. And this thing and see which one would be faster. And they're similar weight vehicles that could have a lot of weight reduction done to them. So I think we got to get the muscle truck and do some racing against the cop car. I feel like that will be a very good set of episodes that we could do. But that'll probably be next, actually. I'll probably end up doing that next. Because I have a lot of ideas that are small, but also some bigger ideas that I could be doing for projects. And I just want to take my time, kind of bide my time, take a break while I have this time off with having Season 4 all wrapped up. This is probably, yeah, this is the first video for, well, now. I'd still count this as a part of Season 4 since Episode 40 hasn't come out yet, but yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you could say this is technically Season 5 content, but doesn't matter. Cop car's running 8's now. Low or mid 8's. Like to get it lower, but if I'm going to do that, it's probably going to need either shorter gears or yeah, instead of a 410, it might need to go shorter, or I gotta gotta put a nitrous kit on it. But the most that'll probably ever do to this thing with nitrous is probably a 50 shot, but I don't really want to do that to this car. I'm loving that it's a forced induction car. It's not a nitrous bomb, which I should do another nitrous bomb. There maybe Maybe I'll get a 4-cylinder. Or see if I can get or see if we can do something with a 4-cylinder in one of the vehicles, or a 6-cylinder or something like that. Because we've always done a V8 nitrous bomb. So, maybe a smaller motor with some nitrous in it would be fun. Maybe even see a return of the Pasarupra. Some old fans are going to have to know that, but you're going to have to look into some old videos for that thing. Maybe we'll have that thing return. Apparently, I only went 63 miles an hour. I don't know why the signs are bugging out like that, but yeah. But hopefully you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time in another episode of RoadKill Projects.